Spot that you're, yeah, you on fire, need 100 days, something that you can't ignore, all these songs support, slaying is a chore.
Today we're going to get into a topic that has been really heavy on my heart basically all 2024 at this point, and this is friendships. Honestly, 2024, a lot of you guys are giving, oh, it's my me year, it's all about me, but let's talk about your circle. Let's talk about the friends. And I know that's always a hot topic online, but I've been seeing a slew of TikToks of just people that's just angry, tired, frustrated with the fact that they don't got no friends. It's like a trend, like to be like, why I don't have any friends. Like you see a lot of videos that's giving that. And to be honest, in my opinion, that's not cute. You were not meant to live in this life completely in isolation. Not having people to relate to outside of your family or your partner, I feel like that's weird. And I'm going to give you guys some of the reasons as to why I feel like Gen Z particularly is struggling with the concept of friendship. Gen Z as a whole is very individualistic. So much content now that's like, oh, I'm the it girl, how to be the it girl, best years of your life, how to get out of your lazy girl era. It's a lot of like me content, main character syndrome. And I think that that's one thing that this generation really struggles with, to be the top and everybody else kind of has to cater to them. And I feel like, when did we get to this point where we don't really take regards for others? You see, a lot of people will make look up videos about how to be prettier, hygiene routine, how to dress better, but you never see people say how to enhance their social skills. You never see people looking up how to speak in front of a bunch of people. You know, you guys are always concerned about the physical. And you know how I feel about the physical in this channel. It's important, but not the only thing. Skills like networking, navigating social scenarios, emotional intelligence will take you even further in life than just how you look. And people don't really care about those things. When I first started my glow up journey, I, was like, oh, once the physical is on point, everything will come together. No, I still found myself having social anxiety. I still found myself socially awkward, trying to get those life skills that are actually going to take you to the next level. Girl, and everybody else has to come to me. So what that does is it doesn't even allow you to actually make friends. Like, it just makes you feel like everybody else has to come to you and everybody just will gravitate towards you. No, baby, it's a two-way street in the streets. You have to give energy to people. It's not just about how you look. They always say, oh, if you look so good, like you'll radiate. No. You have to work on your personality, babes. Nobody wants to be friends with somebody that just sit in their house all day and watch Netflix and YouTube all day. People want to be friends with people that they can learn from, that's outgoing, that's fun to be around, that's smart, that's like actually has things in common with them. And a lot of people, they're not really focused. They're just focused on the outside. But I used to be friends with like the baddies. Yes, a lot of people like wanted to be friends with these girlies, but I'll tell you one thing. Who they were as people was like some of the worst people I've ever encountered. They just thought that because people always like to give them attention and stuff, they didn't really feel like the need to work on being like a better person or being more understanding or not talking. Like these girls, they will always talk crap about everybody. As long you just have to, they'll talk about you. You could go, they'll talk about you. You go, they'll talk about you. Like every time they're always talking about you. And I was in that group, like kind of like, because I can, I can say my little stuff and I can like make jokes. But for me, it was literally just a joke. But for them, like they meant what they said. You should always focus on yourself and make yourself priority. But you should also learn how to interact with people. You should also learn how to speak with people and how to build relationships, because that's what's going to sustain you in this world, like building the right relationships. Another thing that I think that really plagues our generation when it comes to friendships is a lot of us have unhealed friendship trauma. Like a lot of you guys have not healed. You're not healing. No, it's not giving healing. It's giving somebody hurt me in the 8th grade, and ever since then, I put my on people's necks. And you really can't do that. had this friend, I'm gonna call her Peggy, and Peggy was like not my best friend in life, but was a friend that I had for a very long time. It had redeemable qualities, but some of the things that she did that was wrong, it was wrong. Like, she needed you, she would like call you and she would want you to help her out and stuff like that, which I gladly did because I am the generous queen, just as Miss Ellen. But when I needed her help, it was questionable if she was going to be there for me. And she was also one of those people that, you know those kind of friends that you have when they see people that they think are like more aesthetic or like better than you, they kind of like switch their tune. Like, they still talk to you and stuff, but they like act differently around different groups of people, and like you can tell that they care about this set of people more than you. So she was friends with these fake people that I still feel like are kind of fake to this day, but let me keep my mouth. And anytime Peggy would have a problem with these girlies, she would like always come to me and just be talking to me about all the problems that she had. And like, I would always say the same stance. I don't feel like they're 10 toes down, but Peggy, like, because she was so concerned about the aesthetics of the friendship or whatever, she would always like feel like they were her real friends or stuff. And I would just, but what really ruined my relationship with her was that one of the people that she was friends with like was talking crazy about me. He was talking crazy about me. He was talking so much crap about me. And he was like really had his foot on my neck for various reasons. But he really had an issue with me. I rejected him, basically. That's what happened. So he was talking crap about me, and he was talking crap about me with Peggy, trying to like say things. He said he was going to expose me at some point. Like, it was crazy. Do you want to know what Peggy did? Peggy told me what he said, but what did she say? She said I shouldn't go back and confront him. I'm like, so I get mad at her because I'm like, you're supposed to have my back. Why? I had to go Jocelyn Hernandez. I said, why are you talking about me with that pussy ass nigga? That's really how I felt. Like, why are you talking about me? Anytime somebody tells you something bad that somebody said about you in a conversation that they had together, I always get mad at the messenger, because why does that person feel comfortable saying something bad about me to you? So because she had done that, you know, it really put a stain in our friendship. Another instance where this girl did this to me was, there was this girl named JW who I wasn't really too cool with, because basically JW, I'm now call her JW because she was a Jehovah's Witness. JW, right? I was talking to this boy at the time, and I was telling JW about it at the time. And why, when some things went down with me and the boy, and I went to JW, because again, when I was dealing with the guy, she was talking to me a lot. I told her like what I was going through. Why did JW ghost me and never respond to my text messages when I was trying to reach out to her when I was in trouble? So I always wrote JW as a weirdo girl. So Peggy get cool with JW. Mind you, she doesn't know that me and JW kind of fell out. We didn't fall out. I just noted her as just not like a person and never spoke to her again. So Peggy, and when that guy and some other people that Peggy was friends with, they weren't really talking to her like that, she becomes cool with JW. Peggy talks about me, like how she's been talking to me lately, to JW, and then JW want to tell Peggy she got a beef with me. I'm like, wait, how she got beef with me? She just out here creating imaginary beef. How you have beef with me? So Peggy comes to tell me that, oh, JW feels like I got a problem with her. I'm like, wait, why are we beefing? And JW standing on business. Like, she's standing on business that me and her got an issue. I'm like, girl, do you just want to beef? Like, girl, what is wrong with you? I am the generous queen, just ask Miss Ellen again. And I squashed the beef with JW. Basically, I said that, girl, when I needed you, you didn't respond. So I don't feel like we have any friendship, but we're cool. Like, I can see you in the street and say hi, but we're not friends. She was like, oh, I didn't know what to say. But you knew what to say when you were all up in my business. Peggy want to get upset with me because I don't want to be friends with JW. I was like, you know why I don't want to be friends with JW. You know why I don't want to be friends with this girl. Long story short, like, Peggy tells me, you're always trying to fight with all of her friends. Can you imagine? I'm trying to fight with all of your friends, the friends that use you and dump you and cause you problems, and you be coming to me to come in and complain about them. I'm trying to beef with all of your friends. I have beef with all of your friends. Girl, reevaluate your friend's cycle. Lo and behold, 4 months later, JW cuts Peggy off with the quickness. I don't know what happened between those two, but JW cut Peggy off. So Peggy now runs back to me trying to tell me that, oh, JW cut her off, la da da da. I told her, no, I don't want to hear anything. I already told you JW a weirdo. I already told you she weird. She weird. I already said that. And you felt that you valued your friendship with her more than me. So why are you coming to me? And friendship trauma is something that a lot of us in this generation are going through. And I think that's the root of the issue, is that we don't know how to get over our friendship trauma. But just as I've mentioned anecdotes of friends that I've had that have been so bad to me, I've also had really good friends. I've also had a lot of friends where I'm like, have been 10 toes down for me, who have come through to me in ways that I could never imagine. I've had some people that have done things for me that my friends in the past have never done for me, and value me and give me the same type of love I give back. But I had to be open. Even though all this stuff with Peggy and all these girlies was really pissing me off and really dampened my spirit, I never let that lose sight of having good friends. When you go through a friendship trauma, you have to kind of understand that, hey, this happened, and acknowledge that it happened. One thing, because of my situation with Peggy, one thing that I learned from that situation is I took a lesson from actually both of those friendships I just told you. You need to compartmentalize your friendships. You have to compartmentalize. I realized that Peggy was probably not a friend that I should have said was a close friend. She should have never had that category in my life. She should have just been like a go out friend, an acquaintance, just somebody that I see every once in a while. She should have never had any level of depth in my life, because she is not capable of giving me that kind of depth that I want in a friendship. So she should be placed in a category, just like you guys place your dudes or your women in a category. Place your friends in a category. And ever since I started doing that, kind of mid-college into now, when you do something and I'm like, ooh, okay, I don't have a problem rearranging where people fit in my life. Because the issue is that with this generation, anytime something happens, people just become more closed off. You can't let people have that kind of power in your life. You cannot have, when they do something, just rearrange the friendship. Unless they do something that really crosses your boundaries, then cut them off. But you guys be cutting somebody off because they didn't post you on their birthday. But if everything else in the friendship is fine, just rearrange where they fall in your life. You don't have to make it a drama. You don't have to make it, because if you keep every single person that do you wrong one time, you're never gonna have any friends. You have to learn how to readjust with people. You gotta learn how to, okay, she's not the type of friend that I'm gonna tell my business to, because the last time I told my business to her, it got out. So maybe I just keep it strictly professional with her. If those of you who are Christian or believe in a higher power, or just have ways that you calm yourself down and have your happy place, sometimes you guys gotta do that, you know? I know for me, like, growing my relationship, growing my faith has really helped me not care a lot about what these little friendships do every once in a while. It's grounded me. It's given me truth. It's given me clarity about how to deal with certain things. I don't get as upset about small things. I just be like, peep, noted. All right, I know not to do this to you anymore. I know not to say this. And some of you might say, well, that means you're kind of settling in friendships. It's not really settling, but it's accepting the fact that people are going to mess up and disappoint you, and not using that to like completely cut you. I know some of the things that sometimes, some of the ways that people have done us, we really can't forget it. But I do feel like this generation needs to heal from the friendship trauma. The things that happened in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, elementary school, high school, that is still plaguing you. It shouldn't be plaguing you at this point. You're now, a lot of us, Gen Z, like 1999s, we turned 25. Like, it's time to move forward. It's time to learn how to not place so much heavy emphasis on friends, but have them, you know, because when you have high expectations of every single person you meet, you're going to be disappointed. So have your standards, have the things that you need. Don't lower your standard, but lower your expectations. Don't expect that everyone's going to always be there 24/7. When you see that there's somebody that's there, reward them. Having a really good, genuine friend that's there for you and cares for you and is rooting for you is very rare. A lot of people live their lives without that. But if you keep closing yourself off or keep feeling like everyone's out to get you, you're not the main character. Chill out, relax. People are people. They're gonna mess up. Keep me, oh, I must stay. I only trust me, myself, and I. Like, stop. That's not cute. It's not cute to not have people. Some of y'all want to get married. Some of you guys want to have big life events and celebrate big life events. Who gonna come to your wedding? But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really love you guys. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. All right, see ya.